I'm Samantha Brown, professional organizer, decluttering specialist, and business coach. I created Pro Organizers Coach podcast to empower you to reach new heights in your business. I am on a mission to build a supportive sisterhood of passionate professional organizers. So whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just getting started, this podcast is for you. Have you ever wondered what specific gifts and talents that God has given you and how you can use them to serve others? I remember whenever I was first getting started in figuring out what I was called to and what business I was going to create, I knew that I was called to something, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I wasn't sure where to start. I had no clue what God had in store for me, but I knew that there was something. And so I spent a very long time figuring out what I was called to, which is why I don't want you to have to take nearly as long as what it took me, which was probably like a year and a half. So I've created this 6-step framework that is the called and confident framework. This is part 2. If you've not watched part 1, make sure to go do that first because they are going to go in order. And what this comprehensive framework is going to do is it's going to help you create a mission-driven business that is rooted in authenticity and faith. You want to create a business that represents who you are and that others know that you are authentic with them. Each letter in the called framework is a critical step in discovering and embracing your calling to create a business that feels authentic, meaningful, and aligned with your unique purpose. This will lead to messaging that attracts the right clients and relationships that are grounded in connection. And so you can make an impact in your community, which I know is what we are all after. So this is step 2. It's the A in called. And today we're going to align your passions. The goal of this part of the framework is to help you uncover what truly brings you excitement and joy and fills your heart with happiness and love. Like you want to create something that is going to exude happiness. And if we're going to be creating a business and creating something that is going to serve others, we should do it from a place that we are enjoying our lives, right? So we have to figure out our own passions in order to understand what we need to create and what we enjoy doing. And then that way we can turn that passion of ours into our mission-driven business, which is how I know that my business has succeeded. Just yesterday, I got a phone call from someone that had reached out to me almost a year ago. We didn't work together back then, but when he called me yesterday, he said, "Samantha, I just moved into a new house. I need you." He said, "I know that you love doing this. This is what you are called to." He said, "And you love unpacking and creating the systems." He said, "And I want my family and for this to be something that we teach our kids and they can teach their kids. I want to create and set up systems that we live with, but that we also teach our kids and that it becomes a generational teaching and learning for generations to come in their family." And I thought that was so powerful that like he gets me. He understands just from 1 hour that we spent together doing a consultation a year ago. He knew that when he was ready to set up systems and create what he wanted in his home, that I was the one to call because I'm on a mission and it exudes out of me when I speak to my clients. And I want the same for you. When he called, he said, "Samantha, there is no budget." He said, "I want you." Then he said, "What do you pay or what do you charge for your consultation?" And I said, "Well, honestly, I still do a free consultation, but we did our consultation a year ago, but you were in a different house. So I'll come do another consultation." He said, "No." He said, "How about this? I'll pay you $500 for you to come, walk through the house, help us come up with a plan. And then from there, there's no budget. You and my wife can go room by room, creating the systems, shopping, doing whatever needs to be done to implement these systems because it is this important to me. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. Yes, it took me a few years to get here. It took me doing a lot of the back end work on myself. So when I do interact with people, I'm able to portray what my mission of my business is. But because that client gets my mission, when he needs something done, he's calling me. And I guarantee any of his friends, if they need something similar, he's going to tell them about me. And I want the same for you. Yes, it's important for us to do social media and marketing and branding and our website and all of the things, 100%. But we have to also know what we are called to, what we are passionate about, and what the mission of our business is. All right, so let's jump into it. Today, I have 3 simple steps for you. Not hard, not long. Let's get into it. So, step 1 of the 3 steps, we are going to make a passions list. Then, I want to explore your hobbies and interests. And then, we're going to identify what naturally gives you life and energy, not just what you're naturally good at. All right, so step 1, I want you to get a notebook and a piece of paper. You are going to want to take notes all throughout these 6 steps because it is essentially a course that I am giving you all and that I've created for you. I've spent months getting this ready because it is that important to me that you know your calling and your mission for your business so you stand out and so you are helping the right people and the right people are drawn to you. So, get that piece of paper and the pen, and let's write down 5 activities or interests that make you feel alive and joyful. So let me give you a couple examples. For me, I love encouraging others. I love teaching. I love problem solving. Of course, decluttering and organizing are on that list. Organizing didn't actually used to be on the list when I first created this. It was more of the decluttering, but now it's also the organizing as well. I love setting up systems that make life easier, whether that's my life or someone else's. I love creating a good checklist and I love learning. I'm forever learning and I want to forever remain a student. So the more that I learn, the more I can teach you and that I can teach my clients. And so I want you to pause me for just a minute, take a deep breath, think about it, and just write down the 5 things that come to you that you like to do that make you happy on the inside when you get to do those things. All right, now step 2. We want to explore your interests and your hobbies. We want to identify any hobbies, books, or content that you are drawn to. And then what topics do you naturally enjoy learning about? And I know for you, you may be like, Samantha, what does it matter what I enjoy? Well, the reason it matters what you enjoy is because there's a lot of hints in here. And as we go through the framework, it's going to make a lot more sense if you will just trust me and go through the process. But the other thing is, a lot of times the people that we are drawn to, that their problems are actually what we naturally enjoy doing. That's why we are going to be their organizers. That's why we are going to help them solve their problems, is because they're either interested in similar things or because they have a problem and it's something we actually enjoy doing. So let me give you some examples. For me, I love binge watching home organization shows. Not all of them, but some of them. And I love following organizing influencers, right? So the pretty pantry photos and videos and all of the things. Now, I don't necessarily create those that often, or I haven't been in the past. I'm starting to a little more now. I'm starting to enjoy them a little more because I've realized they're just a big puzzle. But if you followed me for any length of time, then you know that I started more with the decluttering process because that was a lot easier to start with. And it's step one of what we need to help our clients with, anyways. Now, I have evolved over the years, and so has my ideal client. My mission is still the same, but you will evolve as well. The more you learn, the more you get to know yourself, the more that you heal what's going on the inside, the more that you're going to be able to help the correct people and enjoy doing it every moment. I am obsessed with decluttering tips. Love me some good chronic disorganization tips because I know that those people truly don't realize that organizers can help them. I feel like a lot of people think it's either just hoarding or it's just the Pinterest perfect pantries. And it's actually, for a lot of us, our mission is kind of in the middle of that, right? Like it's helping them to declutter, but also helping them implement those systems and showing them that there's a better way to live where they don't have to be stressed out by clutter all the time. Also, what I love is reading about time management for busy moms. I am constantly trying to figure out how I can do better with my time management. And used to, like, my family would joke constantly, tell Samantha at least an hour earlier than the time we tell everyone else because she's going to be that late. That's how awful I was with my time management. Now I am running two businesses. I run a home. I have multiple animals. Like I have so many things going on. I have the podcast. I have the group coaching community. I have the courses I've created. I am doing this YouTube. I have a Facebook group. Like I have so many things going on. So I have to be good with time management. But for me, I enjoy it. I love it. It's everything. The fact that I am able to do that. My calendar is color coded, so it helps me visually see what I'm supposed to be getting done that day so I can get the things done that I need to get done. And then I love now learning about marketing and business, listening to those podcasts or YouTube channels, anything I can learn that is going to help me in my business, but also that I am able to bring and help you all in your business. I love learning about those things. So take a few moments and write down some interests or hobbies, like what topics are you naturally drawn to and that you enjoy learning about. Go ahead and pause me, write a few of those down, and then let's keep on going. All right, the final step. This is the most pivotal one, in my opinion, because it helps us understand who we naturally are. I know sometimes we can get in our own head and it's hard for us to realize what truly brings us joy or what we just think we might be good at, right? So I want you to start looking at a few things and noticing what activities energize you rather than drain you. When I'm coaching with clients, a lot of times I will have them make like on a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle and put energized, drain. And then if we're talking about like healthy relationships in their lives, then they can do the people or the places or the things that either give them energy or drain their energy. Because if we are trying to create this business, or we even already have a business, but we're trying to pivot in a way that we want to go more towards the things that energize us. And so we can enjoy our life. We don't have to live a life that is draining and that we hate waking up in the mornings. That is not what God wants for you. He wants you to enjoy your life and to love helping others and living in your purpose, right? And so we need to figure out what are those things. So signs of positive energy flow is what it's called, your natural energy flow. What naturally, just by who you are, gives you energy or drains your energy. The things that are the positive energy flow, you feel excited while you're doing these things. They are the things that you lose track of time. Afterwards, you feel fulfilled and accomplished. It feels natural and effortless. Like you don't even have to think about it. You just do it and it's so natural for you. And it's normally the things that other people are also like, how did you do that? Or my brain doesn't even think that way, right? But for us, it just comes natural to us. And then it's also something that you would actually do it for free because it's fun for you. So, what is the problem? The problem is that most women that are trying to figure out their calling focus on what they're good at instead of what is giving them life. Just because you're good at it does not mean you are called to do it. I wanted you to be aware of that and to give you permission to explore and learn to tap into the stuff, not just that you're good at, but that gives you energy, that you enjoy, that all of the things I just said about losing track of time and just it brings you fulfillment and excitement, those things. So, I have some homework for you for this episode. I want you to take action. A lot of times we want to learn, but we also have to do. And then that way our brain can actually process what it is that we've been learning. We don't just want to take it all in, we want to actually do those things as well so our brain can process it better. So, I want you to do an energy audit challenge. I want you to take 1 week to track your energy levels and journal the results. And it can literally be as simple as what I said before of just a line down the middle of the paper and then gives me energy, steals my energy, or gives me joy, steals my joy. And so, whenever you do that, the point is just for you to be aware. You have to be aware of the things in your life that you are passionate about, that you enjoy, because we are going to take those. And like I said, that's part of what we're going to turn into knowing what you are called to and what the mission of your business is. So today we have uncovered how your passions can be one of the clues to your calling. So now, from everything we just talked about, I want you to take your favorite passion, drop it in the comments below. If you're listening to a podcast on Spotify, there's comments on there as well. And if this helped you get clarity, please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. It helps me to know that you all actually like this content. And I want to keep creating stuff that is helping you and blessing you. And then be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next step of the Called and Confident framework, which the next step is going to be learning from our past. Thank you so much for watching. I pray that you have a very blessed day, and I will see you in the next episode.